What countries will you be highlighting in season 18, and what particular films of all your great films should audiences look forward to?
I do want to draw people's attention that this particular year, this season, we have a lot of film about young people, their struggles from middle age or even primary schools. There are dramas about suicidals. There are school bullies. There are a lot of harsh facts of kids being neglected by the family, the adults, in also the struggle of the young kids growing up in the remote countryside, lack of support of anything, how they were being trapped and everything. So there are a lot of these predicaments that our young people are facing these worlds. And there are also the goofy part of people, the school kids, high school kids doing pranks in the cram school. And that's also the fun part. So I have a quick selection of it. A boy and a girl from Taiwan, two excellent young talents. And the girl playing the girl is going to be here. And she's only 16 years old. And she's coming to Chicago to meet the audience. The Young Hoodlum is about four boys hanging out in the street, doing their street thing, being very cool, and the trouble they get into and all the things. And after school, it's this very fun high school kids, because these are the prep school, but they also rediscovering themselves some way through the process because they met a very unusual teacher. Drifting Flowers, Flowing Days from Japan by a very young filmmaker from Yutaka-san, I call him Yutaka-san. He's almost the same age, only 26, 27 years old. As we are bringing the film to the Block Cinema on the Northwestern University campus in Evanston. So he would do class visit and talk to the students there. But his films is about these young people getting off university, do all their bit, and still cannot get the right kind of job they hope to be. So they're doing mundane job. They are florists, they're construction worker, and that's the daily life. And before they know, they get into that kind of a life for the longest time and so far away from the original dream or what they set out on life. It's a wonderful, very truthful depiction of a youngster facing today. And I think it's relevant to anybody even in United States as well. So Out is another Japanese film based on a very, very popular manga series. And the manga drawer, the manga is still on now. Million of people following this manga. And in the film, artistically, they have a lot of manga shot into it, beside the real people doing it.
Great.
So it's exaggerated for the film people, for a film audience to watch it. This group of young people playing these characters, which is actually based on the author's young story, of his youthful day story. It's amazing. A lot of action, a lot of fight. Thank God it's not too bloody, so I showed it. But manga, even if you watch the manga, they are pung, pung, pung.
So
all those images. So if they translate into the film, it has to have the same images as well.
Right.
So The Coffin Painter is actually a very quiet film set in the village, very remote side. And the coffin painter is an older sick man. And he rented a place in the square yard, courtyard house in that particular village or somewhere. And one day a new neighbor come in. It's a mother and a daughter. The daughter is teenage. So the daughter was like very rebellious and everything. And the mother was very hostile to this single man living right next door to us in the courtyard. So there were conflict, but gradually there is a very beautiful relationship built out between the coffin painter, because you will see how the coffin were painted, and the young girl. And that is a very beautiful movie from China. And then another movie I want to call it out is Band 4. It's our favorite friend, somebody you interview as Teddy Robin.
Oh.
You remember Teddy Robin,
Yeah.
the rock star?
Yeah.
He produced this movie and he acted in it. And it's about this, but it's actually not about him that much, but he's about this family totally estranged and got together through music and reforming this family band. So the director is coming, and the very young actor in the movie is an 11-year-old boy. He is a talent percussionist. He plays his own percussion. He's a real drummer. So I thought all these films are quite interesting, and whether or not I deliberately put it that way, but it just hold better, and it seems like a theme, and maybe later I call it a theme.